हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू सहायक एजुकेशन। सहायक एजुकेशन में आपका स्वागत है। 10th क्लास की मैथ्स की वीडियोस के अंदर आज हम बात करेंगे ट्रिग्नोमेट्री के बारे में। ट्रिग्नोमेट्री के बारे में वी हैड द फर्स्ट सेशन अर्लियर वेयर वी डिस्कस अबाउट ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियोज, ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक identities and various other things. We solved certain questions and we covered 8.1 exercise. So in this we'll be covering from 8.1 to we'll finish the chapter. And please go through this video from beginning to the end in case you want to get better marks in your board exams. Let's start with the chapter. Okay, so we discussed about various things, trigonometric identities, trigonometric ratios. And now when we're starting with the last question of 8.1 to continue with this chapter. So state whether the following are true or false. Justify your answer. So we have to find out whether this thing is true or false. Tan A is always less than 1. See, we have seen the chart, okay, where we have the various values of tan A, and from there itself we can say that tan A is, say here it is root 3. Root 3 is 1.732. That means it is more than 1. That means this statement says the value of tan A is always less than 1 is false. Why? Because see, tan 60 is root 3, which is more than 1. So we by this only we can say that this is false. We don't have to get into various details, but we should remember this chart by heart. Now coming to the next one, state whether the following are true or false. Okay, again, sec A is equal to 12 by 5. Okay, let's make a triangle here, right angle triangle. And what is sec A? Sec A is hypotenuse by base. Hypotenuse by base. Yes, it's possible. Why? Because the hypotenuse is always greater. So definitely we'll find some value for perpendicular. We can find some value. And this sec A is equal to 12 by 5 can exist for some angle. I don't know which angle, but it can exist for some angle because the hypotenuse is greater than the base in any right angle triangle. Okay, we don't have to compute it. We can compute it definitely, but after computing, what will we get? We'll get some number for p. P will come as some square root of something. So I'll just calculate this. P square is equal to hypotenuse square minus base square. So it becomes 12 square minus 5 square. It becomes 144 minus 25. Okay, so 124 minus 25 is 4 minus 5 is 9. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. So it comes as 119. This is p square. And then p comes out to be square root 119. So the value of p is square root 119. So yes, this can exist for some value of a. It can exist. That's something which we want to check, and we have checked it. Coming next, cos A is the abbreviation used for cosecant of angle A. See, we discussed cos A is what? Cosine. The full name is cosine and not cosecant. Cosecant is the name for the opposite of sine. Sine, or you can say cosec. So cosec and cosecant is same, and cosine is the abbreviation for cos. So coming to the next one, cot A is the product of cot and A. No. We discussed this part also, that cot A is not equal to cot multiplied by A. No. Cot A means cotangent of A. Cotangent of angle A. Cotangent of angle A. This means cotangent of angle A. It doesn't mean cot A is not equal to cot multiplied by angle A or cot A. Okay. This doesn't make any sense. Cot alone has no meaning. Cot alone has no meaning, or sine alone has no meaning, or tan alone has no meaning. It is supposed to be attached with angle, and that with that angle it makes some sense. So cot does not, it's not the product of cot and A. So this statement is false. Coming to this, state whether the following are true or false. Justify your answer. Sine theta is equal to 4 by 3 for some angle of sine theta is equal to 4 by 3. Let's make a triangle. What is sine? Sine is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So if I say this is 4x by 3x, do you think it's possible the hypotenuse is lesser than the perpendicular? Is it possible? So I'll say hypotenuse cannot be lesser than perpendicular. So the statement is false. Coming next, in triangle ABC, right angle at B, AB is equal to 5 centimeter. Okay, AB is equal to 5 centimeter and angle ACB is equal to 30. That's given. Determine the lengths of the sides BC and AC. Okay, so here there are some questions which will come in exams. It's the 1 or 2 mark question which will come in exam. You have to find the value of BC. Okay, when you have to find the value of BC, you have to check that the value, the BC and AC. Okay, these two come in what ratio? This is the perpendicular and this is base. So perpendicular and base comes in which ratio? Which trigonometric ratio? So we know that tan of 30. What is tan of 30? It is perpendicular by base. It's perpendicular by base. Now we know the value of perpendicular and BC we have to find out. So what we are going to do? We said, what is the value of tan 30 from the table? What's the value of tan 30? So tan 30 comes out to be 1 by root 3 is equal to P, perpendicular. It is 5 centimeter and divided by B. So from here, B comes out to be, oh, I have taken this as length B. Okay, this is actually base. Okay, when I'm talking about B, it's base. This is base. I'll just write it. Base is equal to 5 root 3. And what is base? Base is BC. Base is BC is equal to 5 root 3. So you can directly write the answer 5 root 3. You don't have to multiply. If you have been given what is root 3. So if they mention that root 3 is equal to 1.732, then you multiply this. Else you can keep the answer as 5 root 3. So base comes out to be 5 root 3. Now they also need to find the value of AC. Now for AC, I need to check that AC and AB comes in which ratio? AC and AB comes into which ratio? You can say it can come in sine. So I'll just say sine of 30 degree is equal to AB by AC. Isn't it? So from here we can calculate AC is equal to AB divided by sine 30. So AB we already know it's 5 divided by sine 30. The value of sine 30 comes out to be 1 by 2. So here it comes as, the value comes as, or you can say 5 divided by 1 by 2 is equal to 5 multiplied by 2 by 1. That comes out to be 10. So the value of AC comes out to be 10. So we have found the value for BC and AC. Okay, guys. So whenever you have to find some side, so please check that in which ratio it comes. It comes in sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, or cotangent. So you can check and then we can apply it. Okay, you can see the values from here. Okay, you have to remember these values by heart. Okay, nobody's going to give you this table. So please remember this table by heart. Okay, so coming to the next question, it says in triangle PQR, right angle at Q, PQ is equal to 3 centimeter, PR is equal to 6 centimeter. Determine angle QPR and PRQ. So we have to find out angle QPR. We have to find out this angle and we have to find out this angle. So these are two angles which you have to find out. Now, what is given to us? Given to us is the base and the hypotenuse. This is what we have given. Now, these two, base and hypotenuse, comes in what? Comes in what ratio? If you know, okay. So it comes in cos. So I can say cos of angle P is equal to 3 divided by 6. And that is equal to 1 divided by 2. So tell me cos of P. What angle of P gives the value 1 by 2? So if you look at this table, cos of 60 degree. Cos of 60 degree gives the angle 1 by 2. So that means angle P is equal to 60 degree. When angle P is equal to 60 degree, the angle R will be 30 degree because the sum of three angles of a triangle is always 180. Was it a simple question? So basically cos P is cos of 60 is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So coming to the next question, it says sine A minus B is equal to 1 by 2 and cos A plus B is equal to 1 by 2. Now, if you remember this table, let me just open the table. If you remember this table, sine A minus B, what value of sine? What value of sine theta is equal to 1 by 2? So that means theta, if you see from here, theta should be for 30 degree, it is 1 by 2. So I can say theta is equal to 30 degree, or I can say A minus B is equal to 30 degrees, because they have mentioned sine A minus B is equal to 1 by 2, or I can say sine A minus B is equal to 1 by 2. That implies that A minus B is equal to 30 degrees. Similarly, when they say cos A plus B is equal to 1 by 2, cos A plus B is equal to 1 by 2, what does it implies? It implies that A plus B, if you look at cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. So that implies that A plus B is equal to 60. So this is first equation we have, and this is the second equation. Okay, let's solve these equations. So they've given A plus B is equal to 60, and we have A minus B is equal to 30. So we need to find the value of find A and B. So we have to find the value of, so adding these equations becomes 2A is equal to 90, A is equal to 45. The angle A comes out to be 45. If angle A is 45, we know A plus B is equal to 60. So B comes out to be 60 minus 45, and that comes out to be 15 degrees. So we know A is equal to 45 degrees and B is equal to 15 degrees. Is this clear? Okay, so coming to the next question. Evaluate the following: sine 60 multiplied by cos 30 plus sine 30 multiplied by cos 60. Okay, we have to directly put the values here to get the answer. So how will you put the values? So you know the table. So when it says sine 60, what is the value of sine 60 here? Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So I'll just say root 3 by 2 multiplied by, what is cos 30? Cos 30 comes out to be again root 3 by 2 plus sine 30. Sine 30 comes out to be 1 by 2. Cos 60. Cos 60 comes out to be again 1 by 2. See, you have to remember this entire table by yourself. Okay, here I'm showing it just for your reference, but you should remember it. So it becomes 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4, and 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 4 by 4. That comes out to be 1. So this entire value comes out to be 1. Okay, so let's move to another question. 210 square 45. It is not 10 to 45, it's 10 square. Okay, I have not copied it properly. I'll just say it is, I'll just write this question one more time. It is 210 square 45 plus cos square 30 minus sine square 60. Okay, so now we have to put the values again. Let's see the values here. We should not see, okay, we should remember it, but for your reference, I'm writing it. So 1045, the value of 1045 is 1. So I can say 1 square plus cos 30. What is cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So I'll just say root 3 by 2 square minus sine 60. The value of sine 60 comes out to be root 3 by 2 square. Okay. Now you know that root 3 by 2 square and minus root 3 by 2 square, this will cancel out. So answer comes out to be 2 multiplied by 1, and that is 2. So answer for the entire thing comes out to be 2. Okay. So coming to the next question, See, there are similar questions where we have to put the values and find the answer. So it becomes an arithmetic uh, uh, related question where we have to just put the values, find the answer. Now, cos 45. So we have to put the values here again. Cos 45. What is cos 45? Is 1 by root 2 divided by sec 30. Sec 30 is 2 by root 3 plus cosec 30. Cosec 30 is 2. Let's find out it's 1 by root 2. And if I take the LCM here, it comes out to be root 3. Sec 30, yes, this, okay. Root 3. So it comes out to be 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay, so let's compute it. 1 by root 2 divided by 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by root 3. Okay, or it implies that it is 1 by root 2 multiplied by root 3 divided by 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay, I can take 2 common also here. So that also implies that is root 3 divided by, let's multiply, it becomes 2 root 2, 2 root 2 plus 2 root 6. Okay. Now, a better option is because we cannot write an equation in this format because the denominator is not rationalized. Denominator is not rationalized. There's an irrational number there. So we'll multiply it by something to make it rational. So we'll multiply this entire equation by is 2 is common. So I'll just take 2 outside here. I just first it implies as it is root 3 by 2 common. It becomes root 2 plus root 6. Okay, so I'm multiplying this entire equation by root 2 minus root 6 and root 2 minus root 6. So it comes out to be, if I multiply it, it becomes root 6 minus, when I multiply root 3 with root 6, it comes out to be 3 root 2 divided by. So it is a square minus, when you say a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So it is say 2 into root 2 square is 2 minus root 6 square is 6. So this value implies that it is root 6 minus 3 root 2 divided by, it is minus 4 into 2 is minus 8. Okay, so this is the entire value or minus of, see, we can take certain things common and then we can write the answer, or we can write it like this only. Root 6 minus 3 root 2 divided by 8. So this is the answer. Okay, so coming to the next question. See, we have to put the values and find the answer. So coming to the next question. So again, we have to put the same values. Okay, if we know the table, we have to put the values and find the answer. So it becomes an arithmetic question directly. Now coming here, let's put the values. What is sine 30? Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So I'll just put 1 by 2 plus tan 45, 1 minus cosec 60. Cosec 60 is 2 by root 3 divided by sec 30 is 2 by root 3 plus cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 plus cot 45. Cot 45 is 1. Okay, so if I see this value, it becomes 3. It is 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 minus 2 by root 3 divided by 2 by root 3 plus 3 by 2. Okay, or I can write it as 3 by 2 minus 2 by root 3 divided by 3 by 2 plus 2 by root 3. Okay, so this is the question. So it is a minus b divided by a plus b. So first of all, let's it implies that, let's take the LCM of, it becomes 2 root 3. So it becomes, when it says 2 root 3, it becomes 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by, again, if I say 2 root 3, it becomes 3 root 3 plus 4. Okay, that also implies this will cancel out with this. So it becomes 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 3 root 3 plus 4. Let's rationalize the denominator. How to rationalize? We'll multiply it by 3 root 3 minus 4. 3 root 3 minus 4. Okay, so we are multiplying it by 1. That is 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 3 root 3 minus 4. So it is a plus b into a minus b. We know it comes out to be a square minus b square. So let's write the denominator first. First is a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. What is a square? So 3 square is 9. 9 into 3 is 27 minus 4 square is 16. So this comes as a square minus b square. Now, in the numerator, it is a minus b into a minus b. That is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So a square is 27 plus b square is 16 minus 2ab. So minus 2 into 3 root 3 into 4. So it comes out to be 6 plus 7 is 13. 1. It comes 43 minus 4 to the 8. It's a 24. 24 root 3 divided by 27 minus 16 is 11. Okay, so this comes out to be the answer. Okay, let's come to the next question. It is 5 cos square 60. Again, we have to put the same values now. And so it is 5 multiplied by cos 60. What is cos 60? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 square plus 4 times sec. What is sec 30? Sec 30 is 2 by root 3. So it says 2 by root 3 square minus 10 square 45. You know 10 45 is 1. So we'll say 1 square divided by sine square 30. Sine square 30. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So we'll say 1 by 2 square plus cos square 30. Cos square 30 is root 3 by 2 square. Okay. So let's find out. It becomes 5 into 1 by 4. I'll just say 5 by 4 plus is 4 into 4 by 3 is 16 by 3 minus 1 divided by, though we know sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, but let's compute it here. It becomes 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. Okay. Now we'll take the LCM on top. It becomes 12. So 4 3s are 12, 3 5s are 15 plus 3 4s are 12, 16 4s are 64 minus 12 divided by, it is 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 is 4 by 4, that is 1. So it's 1 by 1, you can write it as. So 15 plus 64 minus 12, let's find the answer. So 6 plus 4, 9, and it is 79 minus 12 divided by 12, and that comes out to 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 minus 1 is 67 by 12. This is the answer. This comes out to be 67 by 12. Okay, so coming to the next question. Choose the correct option and justify a choice. 2 tan 30 divided by 1 plus tan square 30. See, again, we put the values and we'll see whether this value satisfied which of the following. So we can do it in multiple ways. Let's use the values to find out. So it is 2 tan 30. So what is the value of tan 30? 2 into tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So I'll just say 2 into 1 by root 3 divided by 1 plus tan square 30. 1 plus tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So we'll say 1 by root 3 square. So this value comes out to be 2 by root 3 divided by 1 plus 1 by 3. So this implies it's 2 by root 3 divided by, so 3 plus, it becomes 4 by 3 divided by 4 by 3, or we can say 2 by root 3 multiplied by 3 by 4. Now, if we have to compute this value, we'll say root 3 times root 3. So it becomes 2 root 3 by 4, or we can say root 3 by 2. Now, we have to find root 3 by 2. So whether sine 60 is equal to root 3 by 2? Yes, sine 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. So this one is correct. Cos 60 is equal to root 3 by 2? No, cos 60 is 1 by 2. So this is not correct. Tan 60 is root 3. This is not correct. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. This is not correct. So correct answer is sine 60. Okay. So it is a similar question where we have to find the values. Now, this is a simpler one because we know tan 45 is 1. So it becomes 1 minus 1 square divided by 1 plus 1 square. So it becomes 1 minus 1 square is 0 divided by 1, 2. Answer comes out to be 0. So which value is 0? Tan 90 is 0? Yes. Yes or no? No. Tan 90 is not defined. Okay. 1 is not the answer. Sine 45. Sine 45. Sine 45 is 0? No. Is 0? Yes. D is the right answer. So this value comes out to be 0. So D is the right answer. These three, tan 91, sine 45 are not the correct answers. Coming to the next one. Again, the same way we'll do it. Sine 2 times A is equal to 2 sine A. What's the true value of sine A? So they are saying that 2 times A, when we're talking about the angle, 2 times A is equal to 2 times sine A. Okay, sine 2A is equal to 2 times sine A. So let's see a few values here. We'll put the values here to find out which one will be correct. Okay, for sine. So if I put 0, if I say 0, so I say sine 2 times 0, again, it comes out 0, is equal to 2 times sine A, sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. We know the value is 0 and it is sine A comes out to be 0. So 0 seems to be the right answer. So here 0 is the right answer. Now coming to the next question. Again, we have to put the values here. Okay, so 2 tan 30. So we'll say 2 multiplied by tan 30. Tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. Divided by 1 minus tan square 30. So it's 1 by root 3 square. So what does this imply? It becomes 2 by root 3 divided by 1 minus 1 by 3. So what does this imply? It becomes 2 by root 3 divided by, so it becomes 3 minus 1 is 2 by 3, or it implies it becomes 2 by root 3 multiplied by 3 by 2. So root 3, so 2 will cancel out with 2. So the value becomes root 3. The value comes out to be root 3. So this value is equal to root 3. Now, if this value is equal to root 3, let's see. What is cos 60? Cos 60, is it root 3? No, it is not root 3. Sin 60, is it root 3? No, it is not root 3. Tan 60, is it root 3? Yes, it is root 3. So this is the right answer. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So this is not the right answer. So tan 60 is the right answer. So coming to the next question. It says if tan A plus B is equal to root 3. Okay, so let's look at the table again. What value of tan gives you root 3? What value of tan gives you root 3? 60. That means A plus B is equal to 60. And just check which value of tan gives you 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 comes from 30. So we can say A minus B is equal to 30. So let's compute the values of A and B. So if we add the equations, it becomes 2A is equal to 90. A is equal to 45. The value of A is 45 and we can compute the value of B to be 15. So A is 45 and B is 15 degrees. Okay, guys. So coming to the next question, state whether the following are true or false. Justify your answer. Sine A plus B is equal to sine A plus sine B. Let's put some values and find out. So let's say I'm putting 30, I'm considering this as 30 and 30. A is equal to 30. Just A is equal to 30 because it should be true for all then. B is equal to 30. So it becomes sine 30 plus 30 is sine 60. Sine 60. The value of sine 60 here, the table is there. So I'll just say sine 60. What's the value of sine 60? The sine 60 value is root 3 by 2 is equal to root 3 by 2. Now let's find the RHS side of it, right hand side of it. It is sine A. That means sine 30. Sine 30 is 1 by 2 plus sine B, again 1 by 2. So it comes out to be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is 1. Root 3 by 2 is not equal to 1. So that means this statement itself is false. Sine A plus B is not equal to sine A plus sine B. The value of sine A increases as the value of A increases. Let's see. The value is increasing from 0, it becomes 1 by 2, it becomes 1 by root 2, it becomes 1 by root 3 by 2 and becomes 1. Yes, the value is increasing. So as the value of A increases, the value of sine A also increases. So this part is true. This is true. The first one was false. Then comes the value of cos A increases as A increases. See the cos A, if you see the value starts from 1 and it reduces to root 3 by 2, then 1 by 2, then 1 by 2, then and 0. So basically the value is declining. So this statement is false. False. Then sine is equal to cos A for all values of A. Is it same? Sine is equal to cos A or for all values of A. Is it same? No. We can see it directly. If we know this is stable, see, so many questions can be answered directly. Now, coming to question, cot A is not defined for A is equal to 0. So that is correct. Cot A is not defined for A is equal to 0. It is not defined, undefined for angle A is equal to 0. So this statement is true. Okay, so these are half mark question or 1 mark question which you can get in exam. Please remember this table. Without the table, basically this table is required for most of the questions. Now coming to the next one, it says express the ratios cos A, tan A, sec A in terms of sin A. So we have to put everything in terms of sin A. Okay, for this we require identities. Okay, what are the identities we have? These are the identities we have. Okay, now we have to write cos A. Cos A. So can I write cos A from this identity, from the first identity? Can I write cos A is equal to, I'm writing this identity here. So I'll just say cos square A is equal to 1 minus sine square A. So it becomes cos A is equal to square root of 1 minus sine square A. So basically, I have written cos A in terms of sine A. So this part is done. So coming to the next part of the question where it says tan A, we have to express the ratio tan A in terms of sine A. So for that, see, we can use any of the formulas, but any of the identities, but let's take this one. I felt this one will be easier. Okay, so I'll just say 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosec square A, right? So we know that it is 1 plus, when I say cot square A, it is 1 divided by tan square A. Tan square A is equal to 1 divided by sine square A. Okay, we know because tan is the inverse of cot and sine is the inverse of cosec. So I'll say 1 by tan square A is equal to 1 by sine square A minus 1, or it says 1 by tan square A is equal to 1 minus sine square A divided by sine square A. And if you cross multiply, so it becomes tan square A is equal to sine square A divided by 1 minus sine square A. And that implies that tan A is equal to square root of sine square A divided by 1 minus sine square A, or you can say sine A divided by square root of 1 minus sine square A, tan A. Okay, we can write in different terms, but this is one term which will come up. Okay, so let me clear it up. Then we have sec A. We have to express the ratio sec A in terms of sine A. So for that, we can again take, I'll take this one. This we took initially. Let's take, so it says, we could find out that cos square A is equal to 1 minus sine square A. So cos A came out to be square root of 1 minus sine square A. So instead of writing cos A, we'll just write it as 1 by sec A is equal to 1 minus sine square A. Okay, so cross multiply, so it becomes sec A is equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 minus sine square A. So we could express sine A, sec A in terms of sine A. Prove that sec A multiplied by 1 plus sine A into sec A plus tan A is equal to 1. So to first take the left hand side and we'll multiply sec A into 1. It becomes sec A minus sec A sine A. Okay, and that should be multiplied with sec A plus tan A. So we are taking the left hand side first. Now let's multiply this entire thing. So it becomes sec square A plus sec A tan A minus sec square A into sin A minus sec A sin A into tan A. Now we'll convert everything into sine and cos. Everything into sine and cos. So sec square A, we can write it as 1 divided by cos square A plus sec A. Instead of sec A, we'll write 1 by cos A, and instead of tan A, we'll write sin A by cos A minus sec square A, we'll write 1 by cos square A into sin A minus, instead of sec A, we'll write 1 by cos A into sin A, and tan A will convert it to sin A by cos A. Okay, so let's write it again. It is 1 by cos square A plus sin A divided by cos square A minus sin A divided by cos square A minus sin square A divided by cos square A. So this will cancel out, plus and minus, and this becomes 1 by cos square A minus sin square A divided by cos square A. So it implies, taking cos square A as LCM, it becomes 1 minus sin square A. And we know 1 minus sin square A is equal to cos square A. From the identity, sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So it becomes cos square A divided by cos square A, and that is equal to 1, and that is equal to right hand side. So we were able to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So hence proved. So coming to the next question. So again, see, when we have to prove something, we have to change. So we have to change this cot A into say sin A, and again this side also into sin A, so that it becomes easier to compute it. So let's take left hand side first. So cot A is cos A by sin A minus, this is again cos A divided by cos A by sin A plus cos A. Okay, so we are taking left hand side. Now it becomes cos A minus cos A sin A divided by sin A divided by, it becomes cos A plus cos A sin A divided by sin A. Okay, so sin A will cancel out. So it implies it becomes cos A common. If I take cos A common, so it becomes 1 minus sin A divided by cos A common, 1 plus sin A. So cos A will cancel out. So it becomes 1 minus sin A divided by 1 plus sin A. Okay. So either we can prove LHS is equal to RHS, or we can bring LHS to some value and RHS to some value. It's both the same thing. So I'm implying from here, I just move it from here to here. I should have not cut it. So it becomes 1 minus 1 by, instead of sin A, I'm writing 1 by cosec A divided by 1 plus 1 by cosec A. So it becomes cosec A minus 1 divided by cosec A divided by cosec A plus 1 divided by cosec A. Now again, cosec A will get cancelled out. It becomes cosec A minus 1 divided by cosec A plus 1. This is equal to right hand side. So hence we were able to prove it. So LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, so you have to convert everything to one value from where we can arrive at this particular number or this particular ratio. So convert everything to that level. Else, so see, with practice you'll definitely come to know. But as of now, just remember that when we are convert everything cot, because we don't want to use cot. We have to convert it to cosec. So change everything to one value, which will be easy to convert into cosec. So we converted everything to sine. And we know that a cosec is the inverse proportional to sine. So coming to the next question, here we have to prove that sine theta minus cos theta plus 1 divided by sine theta plus cos theta minus 1 is equal to 1 minus 1 divided by sec theta minus tan theta, using the identity sec squared theta is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. See, when we have to convert into some, basically use this identity, that means these values should be there in the LHS. So let's divide the entire equation by cos theta. So sine theta divided by cos theta. So when I say sine theta by cos theta, it will bring us tan theta. And when we divide 1 by cos theta, it will become sec theta. So sec theta and tan theta will come somehow. So it becomes cos theta by cos theta minus 1 by cos theta divided by sine theta by cos theta plus cos theta by cos theta minus 1 by cos theta. So it becomes sine theta by cos theta is tan theta minus 1 minus sec theta divided by tan theta plus 1 minus, this is plus sec theta plus, okay, don't make any mistake. Okay, so we can write it as tan theta minus sec theta, tan theta plus sec theta minus 1 divided by tan theta minus sec theta plus 1. Okay, now because here the identity requires squares, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply it by tan theta minus sec theta. You'll come to know why it is done, and with time you'll also come to know why things are getting done. So see, when I multiply tan theta plus sec theta into tan theta minus sec theta, what will come? So it is a plus b into a minus b. The value comes as tan square theta minus sec square theta. Okay, minus, because when we will multiply it by 1, it will be the same value. So I'll just minus 1 into tan theta minus sec theta. So we wanted to bring this because we have to use this identity tan square theta or sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. So we have to bring tan square theta and sec square theta somehow. Now we'll write as it is. It is tan theta minus sec theta plus 1. And it becomes tan theta minus sec theta. Okay. Now, you know the tan square theta minus sec square theta, what will give? What it implies? It implies that tan square theta minus sec square theta, what is it? It will give us minus 1. Tan square theta minus sec square theta will give us minus 1. So I'm going to put the value minus 1 here. So it becomes minus 1 minus tan theta minus sec theta divided by tan theta minus sec theta plus 1 multiplied by tan theta minus sec theta. Sec theta. So what does it become? So I'll just open it. It becomes minus 1 minus tan theta plus sec theta divided by, okay, if you see minus 1 tan theta sec theta, and at the denominator we have tan theta minus sec theta and plus 1. So I'll just take minus common here. So it will become minus 1 minus sec theta minus 1 plus sec theta minus tan theta. So it becomes the same. Okay, what is there at the top? So it becomes tan theta minus sec theta. Okay, so this complete thing will cancel out with this complete thing. So what does it become now? So it becomes is equal to 1 divided by minus tan theta minus sec theta. And when we open the bracket, it becomes 1 divided by sec theta minus tan theta. And that is the right hand side. So we were able to prove it. So see, with practice, you will come to know on how to prove from one side to another side. But please remember, in case you have to change, please change the values so that it becomes similar to these values, the right hand side values, and then it will be easy to convert. Okay, so coming to the next question. Express the trigonometric ratios sin A, sec A, tan A in terms of cot A. Okay, so we have to convert this, and we know these are the identities which we have. Okay, you have to remember these identities. Nobody's going to give you in reference on the right hand side of your exam papers. You have to remember these 3 identities, which are pretty simple. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1, plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Okay, and you can also remember that 1 by sin is equal to 1 by sin theta is equal to cosec theta. 1 by cos theta is equal to sec theta, and 1 by tan theta is equal to cot theta. Okay, and the reverse of that. Now you have to write sin A, sec A, and tan A in terms of cot A. Okay, so first I'll take tan A. It's the easiest one. So I can write tan A is equal to 1 divided by cot A. Isn't it? Isn't it simple? Okay, now let's use sec A now. So we know the formula. This is the formula. 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A. So I'll just write it as 1 plus, this is the third part which is covered. Now I'm taking 1 plus tan square A, tan square theta is equal to, so I have to take A. So I'll just write it as 1 plus tan square A. I've written dirtily. So I just said 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A. So I have to convert cot. So I'm going to write 1 plus 1 by cot square A is equal to sec square A. Or I can say sec square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A divided by cot square A, or we can say sec A is equal to square root of 1 plus cot square A divided by cot A. Okay, guys. Now comes sin A. We have to prove for sin A. Let me just clear it up and change. So for sin A, I'll take this one. This is pretty simple now. So I can say we have to convert, show in terms of cot A. Okay, so I'll just say 1 plus cot square A is equal to, instead of cosec square A, I'll just say sin square A. Right? So I'll just say sin square A is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus cot square A. This is basically reversing the both sides. It's done? Or okay, we'll say sin A I have to convert, not. So it becomes square root of 1 divided by 1 plus cot square A. Okay. So these three are done. This is a pretty simple question. Coming to the next. Write all other trigonometric ratios of angle A in terms of sec A. So it is a similar question, and let's write the identities here. So what are the identities? We have to write sin A, cos A, tan A in all three terms. So I'll just first I'll take the first one. Cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1, right? So I'll just write it as sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. Okay, and I can write sin A is equal to square root of 1 minus cos square A. Cos square A. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to write it in terms of sec. So I'll just say 1 minus 1 by sec square A, square root of it. So this value comes out to be square root sec square A minus 1 divided by sec square A, and that implies square root of sec square A minus 1 divided by sec A. So sin A can be written as sec square A minus 1 divided by sec A. Okay. Now coming to, just clear it up and go for cos. So cos A can be written as 1 by sec A. So this is pretty simple because we know sec A is inverse of cos. And then comes third one. Clear it up. Then comes tan. So we can say 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A. So tan square A is equal to sec square A minus 1, and tan A is equal to square root of sec square A minus 1. It was also pretty simple. So we have written sine, cos, and tan. In the similar manner, we can write others. Okay, in the similar manner, we can write others. So if I have to write cot, so I'll just say cot A is equal to 1 divided by sec square A minus 1. Okay. So cot A is also done. In the similar manner, we can do it. So because we know the inverse, we have done sine, cos, and tan. When we have done these three, the other three are inverse of it. So we can convert all three as in sec A. So at least you should also do something, bhai. So coming to next question. Choose the correct option. Justify your choice. 9 sec square A minus 9 tan square A is equal to what? Wow. Okay. First of all, okay. So what we know the identity? What is the identity? 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A. This is what we know. This is an identity given to us. So if I have to find out sec square A minus tan square A, what is the value? It comes out to be 1. Now in this question, if I take 9 common here, so it becomes 9 sec square a minus tan square a. Now sec square a minus tan square a is equal to 1. So it becomes 9 into 1, and the answer comes as 9. So B is the right choice, baby. Okay, so coming to the next question. It says 1 plus tan theta plus sec theta into 1 plus cot theta minus cosec theta is equal to. So we have to find the value of it. So let's convert everything to sine and cos and find out. So it is 1 plus sine theta by cos theta plus 1 by cos theta multiplied by 1 plus cos theta by sine theta minus 1 by sine theta. So here on this side, the LCM comes as cos theta. So it becomes cos theta plus sine theta plus 1. And here the LCM comes out to be sine theta. It becomes sine theta plus cos theta minus 1. Okay. Now, when we see it is, if I consider this as sine theta plus cos theta plus 1, sine theta plus cos theta minus 1. So it is a plus b into a minus b. When is it a plus b into a minus b, that means it comes out to be a square minus b square. That means it is sine theta plus cos theta square minus 1 square. A square minus b square. And when we multiply it, it becomes sine theta cos theta. So we know that sine theta plus cos theta is equal to 1. So it becomes 1 square minus 1 square divided by sine theta cos theta. So 1 square minus 1 square is finally 0. And so the answer comes out to be 0. That's the right answer. So coming to the next question, it says choose the correct option. Again, we need to find out. Let's convert everything to sine and cos. So it is sec theta, that is 1 by cos A plus tan A is sine A by cos A into 1 minus sine A. So if we take the LCM, it becomes cos A and it will be 1 plus sine A into 1 minus sine A. So it is 1 plus sine A into 1 minus sine A. That becomes a plus b into a minus b. It becomes 1 square minus sine square A divided by cos A. So it becomes 1 minus sine square A divided by cos A. And we know that 1 minus sine square A, we know that sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So 1 minus sine square A becomes cos square A. So this value becomes cos square A divided by cos A. And if we cut it, it becomes cos A. So the right answer is cos A. This is the right answer. So coming to the next question, it says choose the correct option, justify a choice. 1 plus tan square A divided by 1 plus cot square A. Again, we are converting into sine square A. Or instead of that, we can directly write it as 1 plus tan square A. We know the formula. 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A. And we know that 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosec square A. So let's put the values. So it becomes sec square A divided by cosec square A. So sec square A, I can write it as 1 by cos square A, and cosec square A, I can write it as 1 by sine square A. So sine square A will go up. So answer will be sine square A divided by cos square A. That comes out to be tan square A. That is the answer. So this is the right choice. So coming to the next one, prove the following entities where the angles involved are acute angles for which the expressions are defined. Okay, let's find out. So, okay, it is given as cosec theta minus cot theta. It's a whole square. So let's open the whole square. It becomes cosec square cosec square theta plus cot squared theta minus 2 cosec theta cot theta. Okay. Now cosec squared theta. So instead of that, I'll just clear it up. Instead of that, let's write in the terms of sine and cos. So cosec, I'll write 1 minus 1 divided by sine theta minus cos theta divided by sine theta whole square. So it becomes, we'll take the LCM, it becomes sine theta, and it becomes 1 minus cos theta whole square. So I'll write it as 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta divided by sine square theta. Okay, that implies 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta divided by sine square theta. I can write it as 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, because sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So I can write sine square theta as 1 minus cos square theta. So when it is 1 minus cos square theta, I can write it as 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta divided by 1 square minus cos square theta. And then see, it is a square minus b square. So a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b. So it is cos theta 1 minus cos theta. So I'll write it as 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta, because a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Now a minus b will cancel out, and that will give us 1 minus cos theta divided by 1 plus cos theta, which is equal to RHS. Okay, so let's come to the next question. It says cos theta divided by 1 plus sine theta plus 1 plus sine theta divided by cos theta is equal to 2 sec theta. Okay, let's take the LCM of these two. It becomes 1 plus sine A into cos A. Now, on the numerator, it becomes cos square A plus 1 plus sine A whole square. So it becomes cos square A plus 1. Okay, I'm just opening this. Plus sine square A plus 2 sine A divided by 1 plus sine A into cos A. So it becomes cos square A plus sine square A. Cos square plus sine square is equal to 1. Cos square A plus sine square is equal to 1. So we know the formula. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So we'll say cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. So it becomes 1 plus 1. So it is 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 sine A is equal to 1 plus sine A into cos A. So here 2 is common. So it becomes 1 plus sine A divided by 1 plus sine A into cos A. Now we can directly see that 1 plus sine A will cancel out. It becomes 2 divided by cos A, and that is equal to 2 sec A. Hence, that is equal to RHS, and hence proved. So coming to the next question. It says tan theta divided by 1 minus cos theta. Okay, so they are already mentioning that. Please convert into sine theta and cos theta and compute it. Let's do it. So tan theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta divided by 1 minus cos theta divided by sine theta plus cos theta divided by sine theta divided by 1 minus sine theta divided by cos theta. So what does it give? What it implies? It becomes sin theta by cos theta divided by sin theta minus cos theta divided by sin theta plus it becomes cos theta by sin theta divided by cos theta minus sin theta divided by cos theta. So we know that this thing will multiply here, and this thing will multiply here, this thing will multiply here, and this thing will multiply here. Okay. So it becomes sine square theta divided by cos theta into sine theta minus cos theta plus becomes cos square theta divided by sine theta into cos theta minus sine theta. Okay. Now we'll take the LCM of it. It becomes sine theta cos theta, sine theta cos theta, and we'll take sine theta minus cos theta as LCM. So we'll take sine theta minus cos theta as LCM. Sine theta minus cos theta as LCM. So here it becomes sine cube theta, and because we have changed the sign, it becomes cos cube theta. Sine cube theta minus cos cube theta. So this brings, when it's a sine cube theta minus cos cube theta, this is a cube minus b cube. So a cube minus b cube is a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. So we'll write it as sine theta minus cos theta into sine square theta plus cos square theta plus sine theta cos theta divided by sine theta cos theta into sine theta minus cos theta. Now sine theta minus cos theta will cancel out. What is left? Is sine square theta plus cos square theta. This part will become 1. So it will become 1 plus sine theta cos theta divided by sine theta cos theta. And that value, if you divide it separately, it becomes 1 divided by sine theta cos theta, which implies it becomes 1 divided by sine theta cos theta plus sine theta cos theta divided by sine theta cos theta. Theta cos theta. So this cancel, this becomes 1. So 1 by cos theta, it becomes cosec theta sec theta plus 1, and that is equal to RHS. Okay. It's a little lengthier one, but we have to do it. So coming to the next question. It says 1 plus sec a by sec a is equal to sine square a divided by 1 minus cos a. So they are saying simplify RHS and RHS separately. Okay, let's do it. Let's convert everything to sine and cos. So it becomes 1 plus 1 by cos a divided by 1 by cos a. This is LHS. So it becomes cos a plus 1 by cos a divided by 1 by cos a. So cos a will cancel out cos a. It becomes 1 plus cos a. Okay, this is LHS. Now for RHS is sine square a. So sine square a, I just write it as sine square a divided by 1 minus cos a. So sine square a, I can write it as 1 minus cos square a divided by 1 minus cos a. Now I can write it as 1 square minus cos square a. So it becomes a square minus b square. So I can write it as 1 plus cos a into 1 minus cos a divided by 1 minus cos a. Now 1 minus cos A will cancel out. It becomes 1 plus cos A. So here LHS is equal to RHS, and that's why it is proved. So this question says that cos A minus sin plus 1 divided by cos A plus sin A minus 1. We have to prove it to cosec A plus cot A. And we have to use this identity cosec square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. We have to use this identity. Okay, to prove that, because we require cot in this, we should divide the entire thing by sin A. So it becomes cos A by sin A minus sin A by sin A plus 1 by sin A divided by same thing cos A by sin A plus sin A by sin A plus, sorry, it's minus 1 by sin A. Okay, so what does it give? It gives cot A minus 1 plus cosec A divided by cot A plus 1 minus cosec A. Okay, now we have to bring this identity. So what we're going to do is we'll write cot A plus cosec A. Okay, we'll write it as cot A plus cosec A. Instead of minus 1, instead of 1, what we are going to write? We are going to write cosec square A minus cot square A. Cosec square A, cosec square A minus cot square A divided by, so this is, we have replaced by 1, so it becomes cot A minus cosec A plus 1. Okay, so this is in the denominator. Now, see, this is, now what is this? Is A square minus B square. So can we change it to A plus B into A minus B? Yes, we can. So it becomes cot A plus cosec A minus, it is cosec A plus cot A into cosec A minus cot A divided by cot A minus cosec A plus 1. Now in both these terms, this term and this term, cosec A plus cot A is common. So we'll just write cosec A plus cot A outside. What is left from the first term? It's 1 minus cosec A plus cot A divided by, see, it's the same thing down there. Same thing is down there. So I can write it as 1 minus cosec A plus cot A. So this complete thing will cancel out. And what is left? Cosec A plus cot A. And that is equal to right hand side. So hence proved. So coming to the next question. It says square root of 1 plus sin A divided by 1 plus sin A. You have to prove it as sec A plus tan A. So what we are going to do is 1 plus sin A divided by 1 minus sin A. So what we'll do, we'll say the way we rationalize the denominator, we are going to multiply it with 1 plus sin A square root. This 1 plus square root 1 plus sin A. So what will give us? So on the top, it will become, on the numerator, it becomes 1 plus sine A because it becomes square. And here it becomes 1 minus sine A into 1 plus sine A. It is A minus B into A plus B. It becomes A square minus B square. It is sine square. And this is the square root. So it becomes 1 plus sine A divided by, because 1 minus sine square A is cos square A. So this is square root of cos square A. And it gives 1 plus sine A divided by cos A. Now, if we segregate that, it becomes 1 by cos A plus sine A by cos A. And that is equal to sec A plus tan A. And that is equal to RHS. So LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. So coming to the next question. It says sine theta minus 2 sine cube theta divided by this. We have to prove it to tan theta. Let's prove it. So what is common in the numerator? Sine theta. Let's take out sine theta common. What is left? It becomes 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Okay, what is common in the denominator? Cos theta. So let's write cos theta. 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now let's change sine square theta to cos square theta or cos square theta to sine theta. Anything we can change here. So it becomes sine theta into 1 minus 2 sine square theta. I'll change in the denominator. Cos theta into 2. Instead of cos square theta, I can write it as 1 minus sine square theta. Because sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So instead of cos square theta, I'm writing 1 minus sine square theta. It becomes 1 minus sine square theta minus 1. So that gives us sine theta 1 minus 2 sine square theta divided by cos theta into 2. We'll multiply 2 minus 2 sine square theta minus 1. Okay, so it remains same here on the numerator. Sine theta 1 minus 2 sine square theta divided by cos theta into, when you say 2 minus 1 is 1, so it becomes 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So 1 minus 2 sine square theta will cancel it. 1 minus 2 sine square theta, it becomes sine theta by cos theta. And that is equal to tan theta. Okay, so this is also done. Let's move to next question. It says sine A plus cosec A whole square plus cos A plus sec A whole square is equal to this. So first, let's open the squares. So it is A plus B whole square. So we can write it as sine square A plus cosec square A plus 2 sine A cosec A. Sine A and cosec A will be 1. So this value will become 1 plus cos square A plus sec square A plus 2 cos A into sec A. Cos A into sec A will be 1. So I'll just write it cos A into sec A. So this part will be 1. This is equal to 1. This is also equal to 1. So I can write it as, see, sine square A plus cos square A. Sine square A plus cos square A is 1. So this value plus this value is equal to 1. Okay. Now, we have, okay, I'll write 1 plus cosec square A plus 2 plus sec square A plus 2. So it becomes, total becomes 5. 2 plus 1, 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5 plus, okay, we need to change it to tan and cot. So cosec square A, I can write it as, it is equal to 1 plus cot square A. And 1 plus sec square a, we can write it as 1 plus tan square a. So it becomes 5 plus 1 plus 1, that is 7, plus, first we'll write tan square a plus cot square a, and that is equal to right hand side. Hence, proved. It was kind of simple one. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so they are saying simplify LHS and RHS separately to bring to this value. So let's find out. Okay, I'll just change cosec to, I'll take first LHS is equal to, it says cosec. So I'll just change cosec to 1 by sine. 1 by sine A minus sine A into 1 by cos A minus cos A. Okay, so this becomes, I'll just take sine A common. It becomes 1 minus sine square A by sine A, and it becomes 1 minus cos square A by cos A. So 1 minus sine square A, 1 minus sine square A is cos square A. 1 minus sine square A is cos square A. So I can write it as cos square A multiplied 1 minus cos square A is sine square A divided by sine A cos A. So I can cut sine A with 1, sine A, cos A with 1, cos A. So answer will be sine A cos A. Now, this is the LHS value. Now coming to right hand side value. So what does right hand side say? It says 1 by tan A plus cot A. So let's change it to sine A and cos A. So it becomes 1 divided by sine A by cos A plus cos A by sine A. So if we take the LCM, it becomes 1 divided by sine A cos A into sine square A plus cos square A. You know, sine square A plus cos square is equal to 1. So it becomes 1 divided by 1 by sine A cos A. And that is equal to sine A cos A. So that is, it means LHS is equal to RHS, and that's why it is proved. Okay, coming to the next question. It says 1 plus tan square A divided by 1 plus cot square A is equal to 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 minus cot A whole square is equal to, okay, so we have to prove this is equal to this is equal to this. We have to prove it. So let's prove it. It's easy to prove. Let's prove this is equal to this, and then we prove this is equal to this. Okay, so let's take the first one. This first one, this is second, and this is third. The first one, 1 plus tan square A. So we know 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A divided by 1 plus cot square is equal to cosec square A. So when you say, it becomes 1 by cos square A into cosec square A will become 1 by sine square A, which will go in the numerator. So it becomes sine square A divided by cos square A, and that is equal to tan square A. So first one is proved. First one is proved that first one is equal to the third one. Now let's clear it up and let's prove the second one equal to third one. Okay, open it first. So when we open it, the square, it becomes 1 plus tan square A minus 2 tan A divided by 1 plus cot square A minus 2 cot A. Okay, we know 1 plus tan square A is sec square A, and 1 plus cot square A is cosec square A. So I'm writing it as sec square A minus 2 tan A divided by cosec square A minus 2 cot A. Okay, so I'm changing it to sine and cos. I'm changing it to sine and cos. So it becomes 1 divided by cos square A minus 2 sine A by cos A divided by 1 divided by sine square A minus 2 cos A by sine A. From here, we can take the LCM here. So it becomes cos square A as LCM. And it becomes 1 minus 2 sine A into cos A divided by. It becomes 1. The LCM here is cos sine square A. And here also it comes as 1 minus 2 sine A cos A. Okay. So 1 minus 2 sine A cos A will get cancelled to 1 minus 2 sine A cos A. It becomes sine square A divided by cos square A, and that is equal to tan square A. So that is also proved. So coming to the next question. Oh, so we finished the exercise. So this was the second part of trigonometry. Please go through the entire chapter from beginning till the end and subscribe to the channel. Before your exams, a few days before your exams, I'll be giving you a few questions, and those questions will be very important to gauge, to improve your marks. So please subscribe to the channel so that you get the notification when the new video comes up. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching and thanks for learning. Bye-bye. Take care.